Here we are with our Math 8 distributive property, just lesson 3. The distributive property. So when we want to multiply a group of numbers rather than one number, we use it to simplify an expression or an equation. So the group of numbers in this example is A, and then B plus C, which are really a group of letters modeling a group of numbers. And then we transfer the A to both the letters in the parentheses, A times B plus A times C. So with numbers, you can see on the left how 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 times 2 is 14. But we could think about that like 2 times 3, and that's 6, plus 2 times 4, which is 8, and 6 plus 4 is also 6 plus 8 is also 14. So the distributive property, there's the example of it. You can think about it like drawing rainbows to each number. We talked about it like that last year. All right. Again, remember rainbows, colors. If you want to help yourself, do it 3 times x. This example is with a variable. We'll do a couple of those. And 3 times 5, 3x plus 15. And then that's how it's simplified. So let's try it again with numbers. 4 times 6 minus 10. So 6 minus 10 is negative 4. And so on the left, it's going to be negative 16, 4 times negative 16. But we can also do it with the distributive property, right? So 4 times 6 is 24. And 4 times negative 10 is negative 40. And so after we figure that out, both sides are negative 16. So we can do it either way, right, with numbers. But when we have letters, it's going to be a little bit different because we'll distribute the outside number to the inside numbers, but then we'll just leave it as is because we don't know what to do with the x. We don't know what to put in there. So that's the simplest form. Let's try a couple with x. So 3 parenthesis y plus 6, we'll distribute the 3 to the y, the 3 to the 6, and we'll get 3y plus 3 times 6, which we can further simplify to 3y plus 18. Try it again. We've got 7 times 2z plus 7 times 5, and then we can simplify the numbers. So 7 times 2 is 14, and 7 times 5 is 35, and we don't know what the z is, so we'll just keep the z there. Negative 5 times negative 4 plus negative 5 times 3r. And then when we simplify the numbers, we get positive 20, because negative times negative is 20, minus 15r. Now we can have more than just 2 terms. We can have 10 terms, but here's an example with 3. Remember, we're just taking the number on the outside and distributing it to the numbers on the inside. In this case, this is letters modeling that. So the a variable is combined with all the variables when it is distributed. I'll try some more together. So now we have a 2 on the outside, and we're just going to distribute it to all the letters. So 2 times x, 2 times y, 2 times z. 2 times x, 2 times y, 2 times z. And when we rewrite them, when they're next to each other, it's like they're being multiplied together. Let's distribute the 10. 10a, 10b, 10 times 4. We can simplify the 10 times 4 a little bit more. 10a, 10b plus 40. And then the last one, a times x minus, don't forget the minus in there, times a times minus y, a times 2. And that's as simple as we can get it. There's no numbers to multiply together. Okay, you guys can pause the video at any time so you get all of this down. All right, your turn. Some basic computation. You guys remember, distribute the number on the outside to the number on the inside. Pause the video, work these out. Your answers will be at the end of the video. Okay, now we're going to take it to a real world situation. You just purchased 4 sets of dice. Each set comes with 2 blue dice, 3 red dice, and 5 white dice. We're going to use the distributive property to show how many of each color dice you have. Your mind might be already multiplying these together. So we have 4 sets of dice. Go ahead and write that expression out. 2 of them are blue, 3 of them are red, 5 are white. So how many of each color do we have? So we're going to have 2 times 4 is 8 blue, 3 times 4 is 12 red, and 5 times 4 is 20 white. And that's how many we have when we use distributive property. Okay, moving on to the A level, you are going to try it by yourself. So use your model from the B question and see if you can figure out this A level question. And then when you finish that one, honors, see if you can think of a real world example where you might use a distributive property. And once you think of it, show it mathematically for me. So you can write down your scenario and show it mathematically. All right. And at the end of the videos, there's an answer key, and mistakes are expected, respected, inspected, and corrected. So be sure you really learn from your mistakes, right? If any of your answers are not right, you can go back, try to find where you made your mistake or make a note next to them, and then bring your questions to class. So here's the answers. The year turn number 1 was 3x plus 9. The year turn number 2, 54 minus 18y. 3, negative 8b minus 20. And 4 with the 3 terms, negative 12x plus 14y minus 8. The A level blue, you needed 16 yellow dice, 6 green dice, 10 white dice. And then honors, I'm super excited to see your answers. Okay, good job. Now I just got to exit from the screen here, and hope you had a good video.